Okay, folks, the second part of today, it says goal number 2, using the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean. If you slow it down, some people will say Pythagorean. They'll make a long Y sound. It's like the I, right? Pythagorean. But generally people say Pythagorean theorem, okay? And what this says is the side lengths of any right triangle are related to a rule called the Pythagorean theorem. Beautiful. Beautiful. And this is it. Let's read through this. We'll read through this together. Remember, Maggie, online you can always pause me. All right? Pythagorean theorem says, for any right triangle, but only right triangles, for any right triangle, the sum of the squares of the lengths of the legs. Okay, let's slow down for a moment. The legs are the two sides that make up the right angle. Okay? And it says the sum of the squares of those legs. So that's a squared and b squared added together. Their sum is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the side opposite the right angle. The right angle points at the hypotenuse. Yes, you need to know this word. You need to know that word. This is a word you need to know. Okay? The hypotenuse is always the length that's by itself. The legs we put together. Okay? Man, this has been a good explanation. Let's keep rolling down. It is intense, Pace. All right? This is big. You're going to be using this for a long, long time. Now, example number 2, it says, finding the hypotenuse. Finding the hypotenuse. You are designing a roof. Okay. As shown at the right. What is the distance from the ridge, that's this point, to the eave, this point? Okay? Now, this roof, you can see, is two triangles together. Okay? We're just going to look at one. All right? Now, they've written the 12 not in the center. So what do you think this distance is, Jack? 12. That's 12 feet, right? And what is this distance, Jack? That's going to be 8 feet, right? They gave it to us already. Okay? Now, let me ask you something. Can you tell me what are the legs, what are the lengths of the legs in this triangle that we've drawn? Suzette? One of them's 12, and what's the other one? 8 feet, right? Because this makes the right angle, right? And the legs are always the sides that make up the right angle. The right angle points at the hypotenuse, and that's what we're looking for. We always let C be the hypotenuse. Okay, Harry, can you tell me what the formula for the Pythagorean theorem is? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Awesome. Now, Maggie, what would you like A to be in this problem? Okay, let's make it 12 squared. And what would you like B to be, Jack?
8 squared.
8 squared. Do we know what C is, Sarah Kay? We do not. Okay. Can you tell me what is 12 squared, Elise? We're always going to square before we add, right? Paris, what is 8 squared? 64. And that's what C squared equals. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. What is 144 plus 64? Raise your hand when you've got it. Suzette? 208 is what C squared equals. Now, guys, I'm going to have to pause this video, and we'll catch it on the next one, okay? So just go right to the next one to see the finish of this one. Great job.